There's my boy Virgil. He wants to ask y'all to do something.
Press the subscribe button and the notifications bell right below this video.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, folks. Please subscribe, like, and share. Well, hello, everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing good. I'm here, home again, alone. Virgil's still in the hospital. Got his blood work in today. It's up some, but not enough for the doctor to feel comfortable to release him. So it's going to be at least another day. Hopefully that's all. Feel sorry for my little wife. I know it's tough. But she'll stay there religiously, right there beside him. And, I have to smile because she's such a good mom. And she stays in contact with me. She worries about me, thinks I can't take care of myself. I can cook. I can wash dishes. I can do a few things still. I'm not completely helpless. Well, she's almost made me that way. But anyway, I'd like to take this opportunity also. There's been a few that kind of help out a little bit, and you know what? That proves to me they are good people in this world. I didn't really ask, but it's at this time it was. How do you say? It was a blessing. Getting his meds every day. Grace has to run out and has to buy it personally, and all this is paid for up front. And she has to pay a deposit each day. They give her a bill she has to pay. Even though we got insurance, it don't pay much. It's PhilHealth what it is. They changed their guidelines a few years back. It don't pay like it used to. It used to on Dengue, it paid quite a bit. I know it paid 80% of my bill when I had Dengue, but that's when I could be on my wife's plan. Now I have to have a separate policy for myself, and it costs a whole lot more, and it covers a whole lot less. And give you an idea, so. And you're going to have someone in the hospital with you if you're ever in the hospital to do this running around to get your medications and so forth. And possibly some food, because the hospital food, I'll be honest with you, even for Filipino, it's not much. When my wife complains about it, it's not much. Because when she was in the hospital, I had to do everything that she's doing now. And I made sure she ate good. And, again, I like to thank everybody out there that has actually did a little something, and I don't know how to explain what it means to Grace and I. She is such a wonderful person, and she's so worried. But I knew it was in my heart that some way we'd manage, because we always have. I've been here almost 13 years, and we've had our downs, but we've always managed. And, so we've been blessed more than once. We survived. When Grace had surgery, she was 4 months pregnant with Virgil. She had a cyst removed. If you're curious why she was in the hospital and had surgery, she had a cyst on her ovary. And I had to go get a container to put the cyst in to take it down to the lab. I run out and grab a container. I buy one, oh, about like this, in a little small container, glass container. I come back and I hand it to the nurse, and she looked at me and says, you know, I said, what's wrong? It's glass. She says, it's not big enough. So I go back out. I buy a half-gallon jar, glass. I take it back. And she goes in and she gets that cyst and puts it in that jar. Now, I'm not joking. It was as big as my fist. It was take it down to the lab. I knew by looking at it, by the coloration, I didn't think there would be any problems. And I was correct. It come back negative. The lab test did on it, so the biopsy. And Grace come through the surgery great. As you know, Virgil was no problem. So that's one instance that we had in the hospital. And PhilHealth paid quite a bit on that one, about 60%. And we had been saving money, and we were fortunate enough to be able to get to pay the bill. Of course, it kind of cleaned us out, but she got out of the hospital. Then it come time for Virgil to be born. I'll tell you about a nightmare. We'd already been to Grace's last visit to the doctor, and she was close to her due date, and actually within a day or two. And the doctor says she don't have it by the 14th. We'll do the cesarean on the 14th. I said, that'd be great to be on my daughter's birthday. Fantastic. So we go home. About 2 a.m., I wake up, and Grace was in the awfulest shape ever was. She was having seizures. I was in panic mode, very panic. I didn't know what to do. So I loaded her up in a vehicle, and we took off to the hospital. Fortunately, it took about 20 minutes to get there. But on the way, she had another seizure. I was in pure panic. Well, I'll just be honest with you. I don't know what to do if I was with Grace. It'd be tough for me to handle. We get to the emergency room. They take her in. They call her doctor. In the meantime, they're giving her meds, IVs, to stabilize her. And she had another one in the emergency room. But they did get her stabilized. Well, the doctor shows up, and they take her immediately in for C-section. And I had run to the other hospital to get blood and IV equipment and everything needed for an IV, because there's the only place open at that time was the other hospital, the city hospital. So I'll go there and get all that. And you know, I'm walking the floor. After a few hours, the nurse comes out and says Grace is in recovery and the baby is doing just fantastic. What a relief. Folks, I hope nobody has to go through that. Because that really had me on the edge. I was on a panic mode that you wouldn't believe. I was stressed out to no means. And we was lucky. Everything went well. And PhilHealth, in that case, paid about 80% of the bill, and nothing on Virgil at the time, but with the promise of reimbursement once we got him on the policy. In that case, I'm trying to remember, I paid close to 40,000 pesos. Paid it there was about $900 at the time. The dollar rate was down. about the same amount as the last time she was in the hospital. Feel I've paid the rest, not counting the medicines and everything. I think I spent another, in both cases, around $20,000 for all the meds and supplies each. If you want to know the cost, I'll try to walk you through all that. And when you're on the Social Security here and it's your only source of income, even though you're conservative and you try to save every peso you can, it can be pretty tough. And I advise anybody, if you want to live here, you better make yourself a budget and save some money. Grace and I do, but there's been a few things that we've had to do. We had to drill a well, and we painted a railing after 3 years untouched we didn't expect any emergency. So we kind of dip into our medical fund to get these things done with the ambition of putting it back. So it didn't work out. But anyway, I just want to let people know Virgil is okay. Grace said he seems to be almost back to normal. Blood work's still a little low, and the doctor just don't feel comfortable turning him loose. So another day, hopefully I can bring him home tomorrow. And folks, you know how much I appreciate you watching and listening to me ramble on about disasters. But everybody take care. God bless. And please subscribe and like and share. And thank you again.